I practice what I call joy breathing. When you notice something beautiful or accomplish something meaningful, take a deep breath and imagine pulling that joy into every cell of your body. Let it become part of who you are. This isn't just visualization. It's joy incarnation. Remember, this joy in solitude isn't about being happy all the time. It's about creating a foundation of contentment that supports you through all emotions. It's about building such a strong relationship with yourself that even on difficult days, you know joy will return because you're the one creating it. Start seeing yourself as the joy generator in your life. You're not waiting for happiness to arrive. You're actively creating it moment by moment, choice by choice. Every time you choose to celebrate yourself, every time you acknowledge your own growth, every time you create a moment of beauty in your solitude, you're strengthening your joy muscles. And as we continue this journey together, we're going to see how this joy you're creating in solitude begins to overflow into every area of your life. How it transforms not just your alone time, but your entire existence. How it becomes the foundation for something even more powerful. Your unshakable confidence and magnetic presence. Are you ready to discover how your joy in solitude can become your superpower in the world? Are you prepared to see how these personal celebrations and daily victories can catapult you into a level of confidence you've never experienced before? Because that's exactly where we're heading next. Into the realm where your inner joy becomes your outer radiance, where your solo happiness becomes your social magnetism. The seeds of joy you're planting in solitude are about to bloom into something extraordinary. Stay with me, because what comes next will transform not just how you experience your alone time, but how the entire world experiences you. Take a moment right now to reflect on all that joy you've cultivated in solitude. Feel how it's changed you, strengthened you, because now we're about to harness that power to do something revolutionary. We're going to break free from the chains of social expectations that have been holding you back. What if I told you that the opinions that have shaped your life until now were never meant to be your compass? That the expectations weighing on your shoulders were never yours to carry? Look around this room. How many of us have been living someone else's version of success, someone else's definition of happiness? You've been conditioned since childhood to believe that your worth is measured by others' approval. The right job title, the perfect relationship status, the ideal body type, the acceptable lifestyle. Who decided these were the standards you needed to meet? More importantly, who decided you needed to meet them? Let me share a profound truth that changed my life. So the moment you stop seeking validation from others is the moment you start living. It's like taking off a heavy backpack you didn't even realize you were carrying. Suddenly you can breathe. Suddenly you can move freely. Suddenly you can dance to your own. I remember working with Sarah, a successful attorney who seemed to have it all. Corner office, designer wardrobe, enviable social circle. But in our private session, she confessed something striking. I've achieved everything society told me would make me happy, and I feel absolutely nothing. Sarah's breakthrough came when she finally gave herself permission to question everything she'd been taught about success. Here's the thing about dependency. It's not just about relying on others for emotional support. It's about relying on external validation to feel worthy. It's about letting society's GPS direct your life's journey instead of following your own internal compass. But you've already begun breaking free from this through your journey in solitude. Think about a lighthouse for a moment. It doesn't chase ships. It doesn't dim its light wondering if it's too bright. It doesn't question its purpose when no ships are around. It simply stands strong, shines bright, and fulfills its purpose. That's what happens when you break free from social dependency. You become your own lighthouse. Your authentic purpose isn't something you need to search for. It's something you need to uncover. It's already within you, buried under layers of shoulds and musts that society has piled on top. Every time you choose your own path, every time you listen to your inner voice over external noise, you're excavating your true purpose. If nobody could judge me, what would I do differently today? If success was measured by my joy instead of others' approval, what would I pursue? If I was the only person I needed to impress, what would I create? These aren't just questions. They're keys to your prison of social expectations. You know what's fascinating? When you truly break free from social dependency, you actually become more magnetic to others. People are naturally drawn to those who march to their own drum. They're attracted to the authenticity that radiates from someone who stopped trying to fit in and started standing out. Begin what I call authenticity audits. Look at every major decision in your life right now. Ask yourself, is this truly my choice, or am I doing this to meet others' expectations, your career, your relationships, your lifestyle? Audit me. Be ruthlessly honest with yourself. This isn't about judgment. Create boundaries that protect your authentic self. Learn to say no to social obligations that don't align with your values. Practice saying, I choose not to instead of I can't. The difference is subtle but powerful. One is an excuse, the other is a declaration of autonomy. Your journey of breaking free from dependency isn't just about you. As you liberate yourself, you become a beacon of hope for others still trapped in their own cages of social expectations. Your courage to live authentically gives others permission to do the same. Your joy in solitude shows others that alone doesn't mean lonely. But start seeing yourself as a revolutionary. Every time you choose authenticity over approval, you're not just changing your life, you're contributing to a larger shift in consciousness. You're showing the world that there's another way to live, another way to succeed, another way to find fulfillment. Transform your self-talk from what will they think to what I think from what should I do to what do I want to do. These aren't just changes in language. They're declarations of independence from social conditioning. Remember this, being a beacon of hope doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means being perfectly honest about your imperfections. It means showing others that it's okay to be a work in progress, to make mistakes, to change direction, to choose yourself. Create what I call authenticity anchors in your daily life. These are non-negotiable moments where you honor your true self regardless of external pressure. Maybe it's your morning meditation, your afternoon walk, your evening of creative expression. These anchors keep you grounded in your truth when the winds of social expectations blow strong. Your purpose isn't to fit into the world. It's to stand out in exactly the way only you can. Think about a garden. If every flower tried to be a rose, we'd lose the magic of wildflowers, the grace of lilies, the charm of daisies. Your uniqueness isn't a flaw to be fixed. It's a gift to be shared as you continue to rise above social expectations. You'll notice something remarkable. The very people who once questioned your choices will start asking for your guidance. Your courage to live authentically will inspire others to examine their own lives, to question their own compromises, to seek their own truth. And as we move forward together, we're going to see how this freedom from social expectations, this embrace of your authentic purpose, this role as a beacon of hope, it all comes together to create something even more powerful, something that will not just change your life, but impact generations to come. Are you ready to discover how your individual transformation can create ripples of change in the world around you? Are you prepared to see how your personal liberation can become a catalyst for collective awakening? Because that's exactly where we're heading next, into the realm where your journey becomes a light for others, where your story becomes a bridge to possibility, where your freedom becomes an invitation for others to break free too. The revolution of authenticity you're creating in your life is about to spark a movement of transformation. Stay with me, because what comes next will show you how to turn your personal victory into a victory for humanity.